He pulled my chair out at my daughter's wedding, but the truth pulled his whole life apart. When my wife, Erica, died, our daughter Tara was 12. I buried my grief in work. 2 shifts at the garage, grease under my nails, sweat soaking through my shirts. Every dime I earned went to keeping her world steady. School supplies, piano lessons, braces, and later, college tuition. I missed a lot of sleep, but I never missed a bill. Then she met Jasper. He was everything I wasn't. Smooth, polished, rich, Wall Street smile, perfect suit, handshake that meant nothing. Tara loved him, so I kept quiet. Her happiness mattered more than my pride. When Jasper invited me to dinner before the wedding, I wore my best jacket and tried to keep my elbows off the table. The restaurant gleamed with gold trim and crystal glasses that probably cost more than my old truck. The waiter smiled until he saw my hand. Calloused, rough, real. When the check came, Jasper slid it across to me with a smirk. Tradition, he said. The bride's father pays $347. More than a week's grocery. I paid it, watching him lean back in satisfaction. Your daughter appreciates seeing her 2 favorite men get along, he said. He wasn't testing manners. He was testing how much I'd take before breaking. I thought that was the worst of it. I was wrong. The wedding day came, bright and beautiful. Tara was radiant. Erica's eyes, Erica's smile. I wore my navy suit, pressed that morning in my tiny Brooklyn apartment. At the reception, I stood to move my chair closer to the table when Jasper suddenly yanked it away. My body hit the marble floor hard. The laughter came fast. His friends, his colleagues, the polished elite. Oops, he said, grinning. Looks like someone's unsteady. Maybe you're more comfortable closer to the ground. That's where you belong. The laughter stung worse than the fall. I stayed on the floor a few seconds longer than necessary, letting the silence stretch when I finally stood. Tara's face was pale. Jasper, she whispered, horrified. Before I could respond, the sound of boots cut through the music. Not dress shoes, but heavy, worn combat boots striking marble with authority. The crowd parted as an older man walked in. Crisp suit, but military posture. His eyes swept the room, found me, and stopped cold. Sir, he said, voice trembling. Is that you? The laughter died instantly. The man was Jasper's father. I hadn't seen him in 20 years, not since Iraq, 2003. We'd been ambushed during a night patrol. His convoy hit an IED, and he was pinned under wreckage, bleeding out. I dragged him 200, maybe 300 yards, through enemy fire to the evac point. I still remember his voice gasping in my ear. If I live, I won't forget this, Sergeant. He stepped forward now, his face white as paper. Sergeant Reyes, he said, almost reverent. This man saved my life. The room froze. Every whisper, every smirk, every ounce of superiority dissolved into stunned silence. This man carried me through hell, Jasper's father said, turning to the guests. Without him, I wouldn't be standing here. There would be no family, no wedding, nothing. The hush was absolute. Then the whispers started, not mocking now, but awed. Jasper's smirk was gone. He looked small, suit rumpled, confidence shattered. His father turned on him, eyes blazing. You humiliated this man? The man who gave me my life? You mock him in front of his daughter? I didn't know, Jasper stammered. You didn't care to know, his father snapped. You're a disgrace. I finally spoke, voice calm and steady. Respect isn't given by money, Jasper. It's earned. Tara's eyes filled with tears. Love doesn't look like this, she said softly, turning to her husband. Love doesn't tear people down. It builds. She reached up, slipped the diamond ring off her finger, and set it on the table. It sparkled under the chandelier like a promise breaking. I choose dignity, she said, taking my hand. I choose truth. The applause started softly from a corner table and spread until the whole hall was on its feet. They weren't cheering a wedding anymore. They were honoring a lesson. We walked out together, father and daughter, side by side. The cool night air hit my face like a blessing. Dad, Tara said quietly, squeezing my hand. You kept your promise to Mom. I looked up at the faint stars peeking through the Manhattan haze. So did you, Princess.